Hi everybody, welcome in. What is up, you guys? The camera's here today. I'm so used to looking there for gaming streams.
You're gonna just end up looking over.
I am gonna end up looking over there the whole time. All right, let's get our chat up. Daniel, hello. Pat, hello. You're gonna ban Daniel. Oh no, stream just started and we're getting ready for bans. Drew, you are here indeed. How is everybody? Welcome in. Guys, we're gonna be chatting about a lot today. We have a lot of Star Wars news. Recapping our MegaCon experience. What else are we doing?
Hanging out like real folk.
Estella is not prepared at all. She was like, I'm just going to show up here. We're also going to be talking about, the return of Disney annual passes as well. And kind of everything that's coming back with that.
I can't keep all of that in my head.
Oh, it's easy. That's why I have notes. Drew says hello, Jackie and Estella.
Hi,
hello,
Drew.
Hello, Drew.
How are you?
There we go. I'm going to get chat right here so you can see it as well.
Me? You're supposed to be reading that?
Well, I mean, just so you can see
No,
it.
I mean, like, I can't.
That's what your glasses are for.
Yeah, but that's really small.
Can you guys hear us okay, by the way? I hope the audio is doing all right. Oh, our chat is not even showing up on the chat box because it's not, here, we're going to go here.
You didn't do your job, which was all the jobs.
We're going to go here. Yeah, it is. Well, no, it's not my fault. It is because our chat box is set up for Twitch chat. So yeah, are you okay? No, she's not okay.
Just dandy.
Doing just dandy. Good to hear. 2 more weeks until something. I don't know what it is. Oh no, that's my mom. Hold on, let me tell my mom I'm live right now. I'm gonna call my mom. Or talk to my mom real quick. Entertain stream.
Okay. All right, everybody. So this week,
You can start talking about things.
on Jacqueline and Estella's lives, she took the phone too, so now I have to look all the way over there, and I'm a little blind. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks for what? Can you elaborate on that? Because in 2 weeks, there's a lot happening in 2 weeks. Jedi Survivor. Oh, Jedi Survivor in 2 weeks. That's right. Yes. So actually, Jacqueline was asking me, because we played the first one. She played it through, and then she really wanted me to play it. So I don't normally play games on big screens because I get motion sick from big screens really easily. So I'm always handheld, right? But we did end up playing it together. So we would just take turns throughout the whole game. There were a couple puzzles in there that I was just like, you do this, I'm done. But it was really fun. So she was actually just asking me the other day if I'm going to want to play it together. And I think we will do that again. I'm going to let her play through it. And then we'll play it together so she at least knows what's coming. Sorry, this is really far. Had to close the stream and reopen. Okay, cool. Hi, Pat. Guy in a chair. Hi, how are you? Jedi Fallen Order is one of my... It's one of the best... Thank you, Sarah. Did you guys hear that? I didn't ask her anything. It's one of the best Star Wars games ever made. It was beautiful. Like, it was really, really pretty. I especially enjoy the fighting, even though I was very bad at it. I was really bad at it, but I did like it. I'm not the best at, like, first-person shooter, first-person fighting things, unless I've just spent an enormous amount of time playing the game. Like, I don't even know a proper game to say that I've played in a way that's competent enough, honestly. All the Splinter Cell games, I was very good at those. But those were like forever ago now. And I guess Breath of the Wild, some of the fights in there were kind of tricky, I guess. But I did spend like 200 hours on that game, so that's probably why. Spoilers for Jedi Survivor. Darth Vader looks dad. What? I didn't know that. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Right now we're actually just playing a lot of Dreamlight Valley. I was getting really sleepy with that game, which is the same thing that happened when I was playing, what's the game? It's really cute, and there's all the villagers and the cards, and you can catch spiders with a little net. Animal Crossing. That's it. Yeah, Animal Crossing. Every time I played that game, I would just fall asleep, and that's what had been happening with Dreamlight Valley until recently. And now I'm no longer falling asleep in Dreamlight Valley. Oh, she's back. All right. I do hope more characters will appear, like Ahsoka Tano. Can you read the rest of that? Because I'm having a really hard time reading.
Ahsoka Tano, Bo-Katan Kryze, and Din Djarin. It would even blow my mind if Grogu makes an appearance. What are we talking about?
The new game, the Fallen, not the Fallen.
Oh,
Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survivor?
Yeah.
That would be really cool, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, that's the Animal Crossing. Catching spiders with a net. Animal Crossing.
Yeah. No, that would be really neat if they showed up in the game, but I don't think we'll see it because it's all about like Cal Kestis and I don't know. We're going to see more Inquisitors for sure. They were in the trailer. But I don't know. I don't think those... I mean, the timeline's kind of cross-ish. I'd love to see Cal show up in some live-action stuff, though.
Oh, like the actual actor?
Yeah, because the actor's great. He was in... what's that show he was known for?
Yeah.
Help me out, chat. Help me out.
With like a bunch of people?
Yeah, right? Yeah, with a bunch of people.
With a bunch of people.
And he had hair.
Yeah, hair. Yeah.
But he's such a good actor, and his character model is based off of him, that it would be Shameless.
Shameless. Wow.
Just popped in my head.
Look at that.
Yeah, I doubt that's going to happen either, Pat. It would be cool, don't get me wrong, but... how do I make my chat full screen? Is that possible? Pop out chat. There
Shameless,
we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Make you guys big screen over here. That's still not big enough.
Bigger letters?
No. This is for
like a command plus.
This is for the youngins.
The youngins?
For all the youngins. Oh no, how do I do that? Alright, I'll just read this one here. Joshua, welcome in. How are you? And he was in Gotham too? Who did he play in Gotham?
He was in Gotham?
I never got that far in Gotham, I guess.
Yeah, we didn't finish that show.
I did enjoy what I did watch of it though.
We watched maybe like a season of it, I think.
Mm-hmm. About. Yep. Cool, guys. So yeah, shall we get started with MegaCon stuff? Yeah? Ooh. All right. Get over here. Oh, no. Well, now you guys get to see that. You don't want to see that. Go away. You can see Darth Vader. Close down. Darth
Also,
Vader.
I got a spoiler for Survivor. Turns out Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Oh, no.
Your face.
What? Why would you say that? He's not. He was the Joker. Oh, okay. I didn't even know the Joker appeared in the show. That's cool.
That's interesting.
I enjoyed what I saw of Gotham. Same. It was really good. I didn't get past the first season though. Like I maybe got through all of season 1. And I'd love to sit down and watch the rest, but we just haven't taken the time. I have to report you for conning people. I hope you're having a wonderful day as well, Joshua. You know, I wish I could just like pull you guys up on the screen, but I can't. And over here is too small. What if we just do that? I go here.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna put this on my lap.
Oh, okay.
Is that better?
That is better.
I have to look down at chat, but you know.
All right. Cool.
All right, guys. So for those of you who have seen our vlogs and everything, we went to MegaCon almost a couple of weeks ago now and had so much fun.
It was 4 very long, very fun days. It was like when you go to Disney World for one day and you're exhausted but totally satisfied. Yeah. It was like that, but for 4 days.
We're going to go back to the screen real quick so you guys can see us. Yeah, it was super exhausting, but a flipping blast. We saw so much. The show floor was huge. It took us two days to like check out all the merch and art and so many amazing cool things. So many cool Star Wars things too. Those Adora droids were awesome.
The community stuff was the best Star Wars stuff. Which is great because it was the best Star Wars stuff because it was actually made by the community. Mm-hmm. They're not trying to sell you anything. It's literally just Star Wars lovers from the area or people that get invited or apply to be able to go and like show the stuff they make. And that was awesome. So
we'll show you guys some of that right here. Connor, that is enough. That's enough, sir. So yeah, all in this. Let me see if I can find it here. Ooh, this was cool. All right, we'll go back to the droid builders after that. Well, no, we're right here. Speaking of like cool things that were made, they had these people that made R2 droids. It was an R2 builders club, and they all had their droids on display that would move. They were remote controlled with like one guy with a PlayStation controller, so it's like playing a video game, but you're controlling R2, which I thought was really fun.
It was cool.
But this is an R2 and chopper droid that they made. That was really gorgeous. Here's some more of the R2 units here. The black one is so cool.
Oh yeah,
I love that.
Awesome.
This one in the back, I don't know if you guys can kind of see it, was really cool. It was a steampunk R2 droid.
It had a mustache.
It had a mustache, and I think it had a monocle.
Yeah, it had a monocle and a mustache. And a tiny hat. It was awesome.
Yeah, very cute.
But all of these are made by just people. Like, it's not... They just make them and they join...
what's he got up there?
What's it called?
It's, the website's like astromech.net or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. They join it and then they can just... It's a labor of love. And I asked a couple people while we were there. One guy said it took him like 11 months to make his, and then somebody else was like 3 years. So it really depends how fancy they make them. Some of them be booped and some of them didn't.
Yeah.
And, the one guy had a PS4 controller to control his, and that was pretty cool.
That was really cool. Jennifer, you did make it. Welcome in. How are you?
Jennifer. The black one does look cool.
Yes, the black one is probably my favorite. A little gonk droid over here, which is really cute. This one cracked me up. He didn't move, but in the chair, they made a pit droid. I love pit droids. They crack me up.
They're so funny.
I also love that they just like come out of like their head.
Yeah.
Like when you press them, they just like bloop.
They like collapse.
It reminds me of those like cans that you open up and the things shoot out of.
Snakes.
Yeah, but it's a droid version. You're feeling snarky today. Need the purple one in my life. So the purple one's really pretty, and he actually made it for cystic fibrosis. So apparently that's the color purple for cystic fibrosis, and that's what it represents, which I thought was really cool because it helps bring awareness to a cause like I had no idea what it was. And then you like look it up and you're like, oh, and then you can support the cause if you want. So that was really neat, and it is pretty. I love purple.
Yeah.
You guys know I love purple.
Those were awesome though. Oh, they had a little backdrop too, like a little like the inside of a
Oh yeah, so I actually have that
inside of a ship with a BB-8 and R2D2, and that was neat. So yeah.
There's a Stella.
It's pretty cool.
See, I came prepared.
You did. You come prepared.
So yeah, that was fun. We got a lot of fun photo ops, but it looks like you're in the hall like of the Death Star.
Yeah.
Right? And good thing Vader's not popped up behind you.
Right?
That would be kind of scary.
But he was over in the next section though.
Yeah, so let's show you guys, and all this was in our vlog. If you guys haven't checked it out, we did a whole like all Star Wars at MegaCon vlog, and we have this whole section in there, but let's find it. Well, here, let's start at the top. So this was really awesome. In here, they had the armorer in her forge. Like, they completely built out the forge.
Look at how good she looks.
Her cosplay is gorgeous.
Forge.
I know. It was so cool. She had her weapons.
Her tools.
Tools. Well, they have been used as weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
No spoilers, by the way, for the last episode of Mando. We haven't seen it yet, guys.
Yeah, we have not seen it. We've been too tired at night.
Yeah, we have. So hopefully, well, probably
Tonight.
not tonight. Maybe tonight, depending on how late we're here with you all. So yeah, the armor was there. Let's see what else. I want to find the whole... Here we go. Here's the whole Star Wars area. So here's the whole pan of it. And it was like this whole decked out market. Like you're in the middle of Tatooine, which is really cool. They had speeders, cosplayers everywhere, which was really cool.
The stormtroopers just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
It was awesome. They all looked so good. And you know, most of these people make those cosplays themselves, and so it's pretty impressive. There's a Spider-Man right there.
There was a Spider-Man. I love this like evil 3PO over here though.
Yeah.
You're mid Obi-Wan. Nice. Are you enjoying it? Such a good show. They had a cantina here, which was really cool. I love the blue milk that they have on there.
What was it called? Rank or what?
I don't know.
Was it Rancor Cantina?
Maybe. I don't know if they named it, but yeah, it has the Rancor in the back. That's an Arabic.
It says Rancor Cantina.
All right, tell everybody about your newfound language.
I learned how to read Arabic.
She can legit read Arabic, which I find ridiculously cool. She's been reading like these, for those of you that are into comics, the newer Bounty Hunter series. She's like, yeah, I was reading all the signs. It says this or next room, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how cool is that? So now we're like, cool. If we're out on Galaxy's Edge, you're just like reading all the signs.
I'm just like trying to read everything. It's good practice.
And then I have like Star Wars shirts and it has Arabic. I'm like, what's this say?
Or like, when you buy stuff at the parks or just online or whatever, and some stuff is in Arabic, you want to know what it says before you put it on, right? So I'm the official translator now, apparently.
What if it said something like really rude? I love the detail they put here. Like, look at the comm tower and then like these little like comm stations and and all of this is like hand put together. All volunteer work. It's insane.
Yep. Nobody gets paid to be there. They're just there because they want to be.
DJ Rex from Oga's Cantina making some music on and off of Batu. Oh, here's Estella with her Jedi.
Oh, that was a great
Jedi friend.
That was a great cosplay too.
It was.
It was like High Republic.
Clone Wars. Clone Wars armor.
Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
That's definitely Clone Wars armor.
Really cool though.
Stella's been arrested. She's in Mandalorian prison.
The Mandalorians got me.
They did.
That little prison thing was pretty cool.
It was. The whole thing was cool. Like, this is just a part of the market. And we'll have some more clips coming up here of the different areas. What's cool, too, is, like, some of this didn't get put in the vlog, so you guys get to see some neat stuff. This was one of my favorites. They had, like, Estella pose with the troopers over here. They're like, we're gonna get you. Sorry for the shaky camera at the end.
Love that. But look at how authentic they look. That was the best part. Like, it's not like you went to the community section and it was just kind of like half-assed costumes.
Yeah.
They look movie quality.
They are movie quality. I mean, that's the whole point. So this was put on by Rebel Legion. And there's like Rebel Legion for the good side, the 501st for all the evil like characters in Star Wars. And also, Tamisha, welcome in. Good evening. Good to see you.
I am a nerd.
And the Mandalorian Mercs. So you can join these. They're kind of like clubs for awesomeness.
Basically.
And you create your costume or cosplay, and they have such like specific requirements. For helmets, like you can't have a gap more than blah, blah, blah centimeters.
And for every other part of it, like the chest plate and the gauntlets and the knee covers and the chin covers and every single part of it has to be like this way.
Yeah, so it's movie accurate. So when you see these costumes, they're movie accurate. They actually use some people from these clubs in shows or movies sometimes. For instance, if you guys remember Season 1 of Mandalorian, the last episode where Moff Gideon's out there, right, telling Din and everybody they need to come out, and all those troopers show up. That was the 501st Legion. They asked them if they could come because they couldn't get that many actors on short notice with accurate costumes.
Yep.
And they got to be in an episode of The Mandalorian.
And they're all volunteers. Same thing. Mm-hmm. It's so convenient for them. I remember watching the thing with Dave Filoni and
it's the behind the scenes on Disney Plus.
And they were saying they were just so perfect for it because they not only look the part, but they know how to stand like a stormtrooper and hold a gun like stormtrooper and move around and all that. So it's awesome.
Very, very cool. They had IG out here with Grogu, which was really cute. He actually talked, which was kind of neat. I think they like pumped somebody's voice into it. Oh, this cracked me up. This Jawa was just riding through here on a freaking gonk droid.
So great.
But look at that Jawa outfit. Look at their eyes.
I know, you
And
didn't
they
see
had
anything.
the voice boxes.
Uh-huh. It was so funny. They really sounded like
Jawa.
Yeah.
Like whatever their voices are. You know, I don't even know what it sounds like. But that was them. They sounded just like it. Here's some more. That was the Jawa stealing your lightsaber.
Taking my lightsaber to sell it for parts.
Yeah.
And
And
what?
well, they're getting all the audio.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I was able to actually get it back. That was good.
Oh, and then so this was the second day we were there. Pelly, they had this Pelly cosplayer out there, and look how good she looks. Like she looks, and her voice was so similar to the actor.
Like they're really trying to sell it. It was great. And look at Grogu with the Mando helmet on the right. That's
over here. You said that before, and I never realized it last time. And then just fun little things. This was a great area too. This speeder with the pit droids on it, I thought was really awesome. And they have like the glowing in their mask, whatever area that is. I feel like they're getting into some trouble and shenanigans here. I feel like pit droids should not be driving a speeder bike.
No, probably not. Probably not. I feel like pit droids to me are like 5-year-old boys.
Mhm.
They're just running around.
Yeah.
Trying to do stupid
Get
stuff.
into shenanigans. Yep. So that was really fun. And then we got to see a bunch of cool merch there.
Yeah, wow, the merch section was insane.
Yeah, there was so much on the show floor. It was a lot of like generic or cosplay stuff, which in a way is kind of neat. Pelly she's in The Mandalorian. She's basically like a Mando's go-to mechanic. So she fixed up his N1 starfighter that he has.
She
gets some droids. Yeah,
from
she's
scratch.
Although she will milk you for all your worries, she'll kind of overcharge or give you some not so good parts sometimes. But she's a good mechanic.
Yeah,
and really funny.
She is, and she loves Grogu, which is
great. Does, and Grogu loves her. Yeah. I love when he like leaps out into her arms. So cute. The green is starting to come out. What? Are you the Hulk? Are you angry?
Are you the Witch of the West?
The Wicked?
One of those.
Most of the Comic-Cons out here have been canceled the last 3 years. That stinks.
That sucks.
Why are they getting canceled? I know, like, COVID. COVID for a couple years ago, but I mean, things have been back to normal, really, with conventions lately.
So the merch, it was so varied. Mm-hmm. It was huge. There wasn't a shortage of things to look at.
Yeah.
Although a lot of stores did have sort of like repeats. So, for example, I lost count of how many stores were selling Funko Pops.
Old lady that had the droid and she was like, "Give me the baby." I mean, she's not. I wouldn't say she's old.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Pelly's old. She's probably like 40s.
Yeah.
That's what she looks like to me anyway. Like 40s maybe. I guess it depends on your definition of old.
Yeah.
When I was 16, I thought being 25 was like elderly.
You're 45. You're old. No. Yeah. No, I don't think she's old. When I think old, I think like 80.
Yeah.
That's old.
Yeah, 80's old.
Could you imagine? You think Pelly will still be working on starships when she's 80?
Maybe.
You guys are getting some crazy temperature there, Pat. What is happening? That's crazy. She's in her 50s? Is she in her 50s already? I was going to say 50s. Yeah.
40s, 50s.
But yeah, so there was a lot of like cosplay items there. Collectibles. They had lightsabers from like companies like Ultra Sabers and a couple others. Mm-hmm. We came across some really cool things like Adora droids. Which
Adora droids was cool.
Yeah, so this woman, Renee, she's based out of Tampa.
She's based out of Tampa?
Yeah, she's in Tampa. buys the droids from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, so you can custom build your own BB unit, R2 unit, and then they also have the C units like Chopper. And she does commissions, but she made a bunch for the convention. And look how beautiful these are. Yeah. She themes them all differently. We'll look at a couple others. One of my favorites was based off the Borderlands series. And she actually named one of them Moxie, which I thought was really cool. So where else can you find like neat little things like this? What happened? What did I do?
I have no idea.
What did I do?
No idea.
I broke it. I hit escape.
But yeah, the dress was cool. It was just so different. Like there was nothing else like it there.
No.
And that was kind of the hard part because you can only find so many things at a convention, right? If you've ever been to like a Comic-Con or MegaCon or whatever, there's gonna be like 25 booths for comics, and 17 booths for Funko Pops, and another 17 booths for art, all of which are going to have like Avatar and Star Wars and Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
But this
actually didn't see too
really
much Star
stood
Trek.
out. Yeah, me either. I saw a few things. Yeah.
So these are the Borderlands themed ones, and I immediately saw them, and I turned to Estelle, and like, they look like they're out of Borderlands. So we started talking to Renee.
I haven't played Borderlands,
and I was like, I love the sketch ones, and she was like, thanks, me too. I was like, they look like they're right out of Borderlands, and her face like lit up, and she was like, they are. That's why the C unit, this one over here, is named Moxie.
She did it
after Moxie. So I was like, yes, I did it. I knew what it was from.
The purple.
Well, both are based from Borderlands, but this one's Moxie.
Okay.
And I really wanted to take it home. So much, but they were expensive. They were like $300, $350,
$300 to $450.
Yeah, depending on everything. But look at the base units she makes, and it's just so pretty. They're works of art.
It was heckin' cool. Do we have some other ones?
Yeah, I think we have a couple other ones. I'm trying to find ones that footage isn't like super jittery. So that's kind of a pair of those. Those are really cool too. I love this one up top. That's kind of like, it's almost iridescent.
Iridescent, that's what I was trying to... I always forget that friggin' word.
I learned it from Disney.
I know you did.
These are really cool. So these were some of her favorites. They're kind of an alchemy-based line of them. And I love all the detail.
It's like a pocket watch? What is that? Oh, it's like
they're little potion like jars, because alchemy.
And the little gears, like the visible gears on their outside. That's pretty cool.
Very, very neat.
So yeah, check that out if you're really into it and you have a few $100s to spare.
At DoraDroids.com. I'm gonna get one commissioned one day, for sure. And then we got to see just a bunch of fun stuff like on the floor. So let's get through some of the like photos and stuff.
I did get to there's one of those droids. The first thing I walked in and I grabbed was my Hermione Funko Pop.
Oh yeah,
because I've had a Harry and Ron for a long time, and I'm always trying to get her, and I see her on Amazon sometimes, and I'm like, oh, but she was right there, and it was so easy.
Well, hold on, let me switch screens.
There you go. So I finally picked up Hermione from the third movie, The Prisoner of Azkaban. She's got a little wand, and she's wearing the Time Turner, which is cute. So yeah, I'm not a huge Funko Pop person. I have now 3, literally. Harry, Ron, Hermione. That's it. But yeah, pretty cool.
So we'll show you guys a couple more photos from just out and about there, and then we'll show you guys some other things we got to pick up on the show floor. Let's catch up with chat first here. Pelly looks older than me. She does. Borderlands is fun. I think 2 is the best from what I've heard. 2 was really fun. I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the prequels, though, too. Favorite Tiny Tina is hysterical. Is it the lady that's the doctor, Pat, by chance? Because she cracks me up. Hermione was indeed a badass. Bunch of Wonder Woman pops. Nice. Wonder Woman's cool. I never got into the Wonder Woman comics. You're home. Welcome home. Okay, we got that there. So this was one of those droid units. So this was the guy that took him 3 years to
3
build
years.
his.
Yeah, I asked him.
Yeah.
He was walking him around the floor. It was pretty cool.
Mhm.
That was on Thursday. It was the first day we got there.
Yeah.
Hence why you see so much empty space in the hallways.
Yeah, it was really
the
dead the
slow
first
day.
day. It was nice because it got packed throughout the weekend.
Right.
Okay. There's the armor. That was me getting a little B-roll. You can see Jackie at work. We got to see some celebrity panels. On the first day, we got to see Ashley Eckstein, who voices Ahsoka Tano, and it was so awesome to see her. She's such a just like kind and caring human being. We'll do that. Is it better sideways? Yeah, there we go. I wish I could make this full screen. That's
talking
okay.
about the panels now?
Well, I was just going through the photos and Ashley popped up. So it was really cool. She got to tell us a lot about how she just got to become Ahsoka Tano. Bunch of clips on our socials as well of that panel if you want to check them out.
She's just really inspiring.
Very.
And so kind. Like, you know.
Yeah.
You can kind of just tell when people are just full of themselves or if they're doing things because there's something more.
Yeah.
Like helping people or like trying to send a positive message out there. And that's definitely the vibe that she puts out.
Yeah. You guys are seeing this up, right? Because I just realized that's not caught up. Hopefully you're seeing our photos. There we go. It's just a little delayed. Yeah, I walked out just feeling like inspired.
Yeah.
Really. She's just awesome.
Okay with the fact that we are in our 30s and having figures.
Yeah, it's okay. We got to see Katie fucking Sackhoff, which was awesome. Bo-Katan.
And we had front row seats for that.
We were
right
legit
freaking there.
in the front row.
It was great.
And
she was so
she's hysterical.
She really is. She's so funny.
If you guys follow her on social media, you'll see her like just daily humor, but in just real life on the panel, she's exactly the same.
Yep. She's so genuine too.
Mm-hmm.
I love that about her. This Bo-Katan.
So the cosplay was just absolutely amazing and mind-blowing. There was a lot of Demon Slayer cosplay.
There was so much Demon Slayer cosplay.
People love Demon Slayer.
Everywhere I looked on all 4 days, there was what's his friend's name? The blonde kid. Is it like
I can't remember.
Ryuki or Ryuki?
I don't. No, you're thinking Persona 5.
Oh shit.
I don't know his name.
I don't remember his name.
It's been a while since we've watched it.
All right, Demon Slayer pros out there. Who's the blonde kid? But so many, they were everywhere.
Yeah.
This guy looked really good.
He did.
He had abs.
He had abs. Yes, he did. Drew says, I really love the story about how she became Ahsoka. She made the best decision of her life when she stayed to act like Ahsoka. Ahsoka made the greatest decision of her life of leaving the Jedi Order.
Mm-hmm.
She did. Could you imagine had she not? We would have been robbed like Ahsoka. Yeah. She is Ahsoka. Glad that Katie was promoted for... Yes, me too. Me too. Demon Slayer is huge indeed. Renko?
Renko, okay.
Okay.
Rangu?
No, Zenitsu.
Yeah.
That's it.
His name is Zenitsu.
Thank you. Katie is great.
That kid has some issues, doesn't he?
Who? Oh, yeah. Just a little bit. The Paper Mario was really neat.
Hilarious. I had to do a double take when I saw this because at first it was just Mario, and then it was like, holy wait, that's
Paper Mario,
and he like looked all two-dimensional, right? It was really neat.
I just noticed. I don't even think I noticed the day of. He has a penguin, one of the penguins.
Oh, I didn't notice that either. I just saw that.
This was hysterical. So Thomas and Martha Wayne, poor things, been shot. They're dead. And they just laid there.
These two are just fucking taking a nap in the middle of the show floor.
And do you know the first thing that goes through my mind? I'm like, that floor has to be really cold. And they're just laying on it.
Yep.
Crazy kids. But it was really funny and just neat to walk by. this guy, the mask.
Friggin' mask. See, look at that. More Demon Slayer in the background there.
And he has his little blow up like balloon machine gun. Uh-huh.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, we were walking through. This was in the autograph area, and I was walking by and I'm like, Mario Kart!
Yep.
And he's just like riding around in this little thing with his blue shell. How evil of him with his blue shell.
Though.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That has to be, that's the best thing about these conventions is just dressing up and having fun, I think.
Yep. It was definitely like the top 3 highlights of the convention was how good the cosplay was. Because you just don't get to see stuff like that.
No, you don't. I mean, only at these events you can just walk around in the grocery store in full cosplay, you know? It's when you get to dress up and have fun. And I don't know, I was really inspired for next year. Like, I think we're going to do Mandalorian outfits. Something.
I really want to be a Jawa, though.
I'm going to get my Sith robes actually cleaned up and do like a Sith one day. But it was fun. I have a cosplay I really want to do. What do you want to do, Pat? The Mask is one of the few comic book characters who can actually kill Deadpool and also bring him back to life. What?
Okay, I have no doubt that the Mask could actually be a really good match up against a lot of different villains, actually.
Yeah.
Because he has weird powers.
I mean, he does.
Absorb bullets.
Yeah.
And
then
do
spit
all
them out at you.
crazy things, right?
Yeah. Man, now I want to watch that movie. I used to love that. Oh, man, and Toph. This just cracked me up. He looked so good.
Hi, buddy.
Oh, Estella with
Oh, my God.
Good old Thing.
I saw that. It was so funny because, you want to get these people's attention, and there's a lot of people there, so it's kind of hard sometimes to get your picture with them, and then they turn around and start walking away, and you have to find your way through people to catch up with them. But if you call them by who they're cosplaying, they will turn around.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. I spent all day yelling things like, Ken, Anna, Mr. Gomez. Like,
speaking of, I think we here's us with our the stormtroopers. Oh man, and Cade, I put this one on Discord the second I took it. But how good is that Cade from Destiny 2, you all?
It's really good. I don't even play Destiny, and I can appreciate how good that is.
It was like so heartwarming too, because Cade's been gone for so long.
Oh,
I know.
Are you gonna cry?
I'm gonna cry. I miss him. He was such a good character.
You looked great in that picture. Look at that.
Thank you.
That vest and the belt.
I know. That was the day we were actually in line here waiting for Hayden Christensen. Still mind blown at that.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was my outfit for our photos with Hayden. Did a steampunk Wonder Woman once. That sounds like a fun cosplay. Pat says, I want to get a white bodysuit and a cheap suit and then make some tentacles and have someone follow me with a boombox that plays the Pink Panther song and be Slender Man. What, Pat? That would be really funny, though.
I don't know who Slender Man is, though.
I'm not going to pull anything up because I feel like if I Google that, something inappropriate might pull up on the screen.
Very likely.
I would pick a person out of the crowd and follow them, stopping whenever they look at me. Hello, today's Friday, April 14th, 2023. Welcome.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Welcome right
Thank
back
you,
at
team.
you. That's the right date
you.
and year.
Is it the 14th?
Are you traveling from like the future or the past? Are you confirming that we are? Because that is right. It is April 14th, 2023.
Or they're trying to pretend they're not time traveling by pretending they know what the day is.
As usual, you're overthinking everything.
How big did you two gasp when you met Hayden? Very big. We'll talk about it here in a minute. Just messing with you.
It was a moment.
It was a moment. Speaking of Gomez and Morticia.
This was right before the whole convention was over. Everybody was walking out. There's a multitude of people. And I just went, Morticia! The woman just like
turned around, stopped. She's like, that's me. All right. So I'm going to let you take this one away.
So this was my photo op with Gwendolyn Christie, the amazing Gwendolyn Christie. I love her so much. So you probably maybe know her from Game of Thrones. So that was like her big door into the acting world. She played Brienne of Tarth, and she was a regular for the entire show since season 1. And if you watch Game of Thrones, you know she was amazing,
So good.
mind-blowing acting.
Love that show. Loved her in that show.
She was just on Wednesday, so she was Principal Weems on Wednesday, and she was fabulous in that too. She's also known like as a big fashion icon.
And for you Star Wars fan, Captain
Phasma, right? She's the very tall woman in very shiny armor.
She was so good in that too. You never get to see like a strong female character on like the dark side like that. Now you do in like Andor, but I think she was one of the first, if not the first.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Drew, she was Principal Weems. That's right. You recognize her. She was great, wasn't she? Anyway, I had a chance to get a photo op with her, and you know these photo op things are very quick. Like you go in, you stand next to her, you smile, you get a flash, and you walk out. Mm-hmm. It's not like a meet and greet. But just having these pictures is very cool. And I bought that shirt specifically for this because this is kind of like what she represents to me from the role she has played. Like Brienne of Tarth is very much like middle finger, I don't care what you think about me, I'm gonna do whatever you want. Yeah. Whatever I want.
Not gonna follow the typical woman role.
Exactly. And she herself is very much like this because she is 6'4". Mm-hmm. If you're not, right, you can tell the height difference there.
Yeah. Right? I mean, 5'2", 6'4".
6'4". And she was always told that she was never going to act. She was like, they were like, you're too tall, you're too unconventional, you don't look like women who act, right? Yeah. And she was basically like, oh, well, I don't care. I'm just going to do it anyway. And look what happened, right? And I love that message. So I got the shirt and I'm so happy to have this picture.
Yeah. And she's awesome. We got to go to a bit of her panel and like just hearing her speak.
I know.
She's so eloquent and deep, and I feel like there's not many humans that like make you think when you hear them talk and you're in there and you're like, yeah.
The whole time it's just that meme. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But really, it was a treat just getting to be in her panel for a little bit, and so cool you got to like just be next to her in the same room and like as such an awesome human.
Yeah. She was great. I hope to have another opportunity in the future to do like an autograph or something and actually get to exchange some words.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing. Like this is our first big convention we've ever been to. Yep. And we really wanted to do photo ops this time. I was scrolling through and I'm like, Hayden Christensen. I'm like, Anakin, Vader, I have to do it.
Money.
So we like knew we were going to do that one. And then we were looking through and Estella saw Gwendolyn and really wanted that. There's Hayden. We'll get back to that.
We will go back.
Lana we know her very well from Once Upon a Time. In that series, and
do we have anybody in the chat that watched Once Upon a Time?
Yeah, just show of hands. So we really wanted to do photo ops, but the photo ops are really quick. So I think next time, I personally think I want to do autographs because they seem to give you a little like time to like exchange some words, depending on the actor. I'm sure
it really depends on the actor and the day and their schedule. It could also be one of those things where you walk in, they sign, and you walk out.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I do think they get a little bit more personal time.
Yeah. So like with Lana, it was a very much in and out thing. But it was still really cool because she's an actor we really love, and we love her character in Once Upon a Time as the evil queen and Regina. And
she was great at her panel too.
Her panel was amazing. It was probably one of my favorites. What was crazy to me is at the panel, the fans of that show are such dedicated fans. Like, the room was so loud because everyone was so excited.
Like, is this a rally for politicians?
Yeah, it was. Everyone just went wild.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because the show's been done for, I don't know, a decade now, almost. And everyone still just loves it.
Is so in love with it and asking all these questions 10 years later. I actually got to ask her a question myself. You know, like in panels when you line up and you get to ask your question.
I got to ask one, and I was actually the last person that was allowed to ask a question. They cut the questions off after that. 'cause
you
they
lucked
ran out of
out.
time. I did luck out. And I asked her if there were any like potions or spells that she got to use as the evil queen in the show that she would actually like to use in real life. And her answer
Was, oh, if there's a sleeping curse, I'd like to put a couple people under. It was really funny. She really is the evil queen. Yeah, let's catch up. Pat says
Anybody?
Ghostbusters. I actually did see a couple Ghostbusters
we saw at
cosplays.
least
Yeah,
3 or 4 different ones, and those friggin' machine things they hold.
the proton packs.
You're gonna kill me, but I actually have never seen Ghostbusters. It's up.
We need to put it on the list.
But they looked really great.
Yeah.
They were very good.
Only seen season 1 in the wow. Okay, so you went from very beginning to shit goes down, and you have no middle context there, Pat. How was that?
Yeah, tell us about that experience.
And Pat has seen Once Upon a Time. He raised his hand.
Yes.
Drew says, like Prince Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender, Regina Mills had one. Yes.
Yeah,
and that's
did.
why I love her character so
she did.
much.
Yeah.
For me, and that's a reason why I love Anakin from Star Wars. I love, and Zuko's my favorite character in Avatar. I love the evil characters. They're just so deep, and evil to me is just...
Misunderstood?
Yeah, well, it is a misunderstanding because there's layers, right? This person is that way for a reason. Maybe they didn't start that way, or maybe they did. But there's always more to them. They still love in their own way and care about people. Like, hi, Connor, do you want to be in the screen?
He keeps coming over here, and now he's over here.
Hey, come say hello to everybody. He's like, what are we doing?
I know. Who are you guys talking to?
So yeah, I love Regina because of that. She just has so much growth in her character arc throughout the entire show.
Yep. And I really liked Lana Perilla's answer. So that's Lana, in case you don't know in the picture. To when somebody asked like if they were upset, if she was upset. Spoiler warning. If you want to watch it Once Upon a Time, plug your ears right now because I'm about to tell you something about the ending. They asked if she was upset that the evil queen didn't get her happy ending. And this is because she didn't end up being with the man that she fell in love with. And Lana's answer was, she did get a happy ending because she got a family.
Yeah.
And then she goes, I'm divorced and I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah, her whole point was like everybody sees happiness as ending up with a significant other. And you don't necessarily need that to be happy.
Yeah,
like
that's not everybody's form of happiness.
And even if it's something you want, you don't need that to be happy. Like you should be be happy with your life and yourself first, and then if you want that love, have it, and if you don't, that's cool too. Like you don't need that to be a happy person.
Exactly.
And I thought that was neat because in our society, it's very much, all right, you grow up, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, you do all that, you get a house, and that doesn't necessarily...
And that's supposed to make you happy.
Yeah,
right?
but it doesn't. There's plenty of people that are married and not happy, or move around and never own a home and are super happy. And happiness is not having the generic things you're supposed to have. It's doing what you love and living within those means.
Yeah.
And whatever that means for you. And it's cool hearing that from people like Gwendolyn and Lana and even like Katie and Ashley. It was so cool seeing so many like just strong, independent, powerful women, because we still live in a world that's run by so many men. And as a woman, it was just really awesome seeing
It was very inspiring to see just a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
Power women up there in the convention. So it was cool. What's going on over here?
Showing a hand because I have seen half a season of it. Okay.
Okay, to get to watch Ghostbusters.
Anakin and Obi-Wan plot in the series. Yes. Enjoy the show. It's so good. Let me know when you're done. We'll chat about it.
So good.
Your buddy Jake was talking with you about the stuff that was going on in Game of Thrones because he needed someone to talk that didn't care about spoilers. Gotcha. I remember you telling me you were watching that last season, I think, with him as well. The dragons getting what? Whited? Did they get turned white?
Turn into a zombie dragon? Is that what we're talking about?
Maybe.
But yeah, it was really cool.
It was.
I like that idea of happiness being whatever you make it.
Mm-hmm. And then there's Hayden. Hayden Christensen. It was so mind-blowing just being next to him for me.
Yep.
Anakin's always been my favorite character. Hayden, even when everybody hated the prequels, I flippin' loved them. And he was always my favorite character in those. And Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars movie. I love his character arc and seeing him completely turn in that movie. And going back to saying, like, you don't get to really interact in photo ops, he was the complete opposite.
Which is why his photo op was running 2.5 hours.
Oh my God, 2.5 hours behind because he hadn't finished his autographs. And then he had to get to his photos. But we walked in and, like, he just, like, bent over and was like, hi, how are you? Shook Estella's hand, went over to me, hi, how are you? And, like, took time to actually interact with you and then took your photo. And when you got done, eye contact and, like, shake your hand. And, like, I don't know. Nobody does that.
No.
He didn't have to do that.
No, he didn't. I mean, these photo ops, like I said, are in and out. Like, you walk in, you stand on the edge, you look up, you take a picture. You barely look at, really, the person that you're taking a picture with.
Yep.
If anything, maybe you get to say, thank you, I love you, and walk out, right? Yep. But with him, it was more like a 30-second interaction, and he was so warm and kind.
Yeah, so sweet.
His vibe was very, like,
calming.
So calm. Like, you know, when you're at a convention, everything is so high energy. For me personally, that's really exhausting, like emotionally and mentally exhausting, because I'm not a very hyper high energy person. I'm usually very down here. And in line and waiting for it, everything's so loud and people are talking and all these things. And when I was just next to him, it was just like, relax.
What's funny is, as a lot of you guys know, because we've been chatting for years now through stream, all my emotions, happy, sad, anger, everything in between come out as tears. So the second, like, I was already kind of nervous getting in line and being there because I was like, you're about to meet a famous person, you know? And, like, not just any famous person, you're meeting Darth Vader, Anakin.
It's so
like,
easy to get starstruck.
Yeah, I was super starstruck. And the second we, like, rounded the corner and I saw him, I, like, just started tearing up.
And I turned around and I said, don't be a little bitch. Hold it together. Hold it together.
I was like, I can't cry. I'm about to take a photo. You can see in the picture, like,
you're a little
tears a little bit, right? And his calmness, like, calmed me. I think that's the only reason I wasn't, like, bawling just standing next to him, because he was so calm. But the second we, like, got done taking our photo and said bye and thank you so much,
we rounded the corner.
And both of us just started, like, crying.
Yeah. And that's the thing about, I don't cry when I'm happy. When I have happy or exciting experiences, I don't cry. I just smile and I'm happy about it. Mm-hmm. I only cry if I'm actually sad. And this was the very rare occasion. I think there's been 3 times in my entire life that I have actually cried out of happiness, this being one of them.
Yeah. It was an amazing experience. So glad we did it.
Yep. 100% recommend. Like, if you ever get a chance to do something like this, a photo op or an autograph with Hayden Christensen, it's going to be expensive. It is going to run behind. You are going to be in line forever, but it will be worth it.
Totally worth it. It was one of the coolest things I've ever done. So I think that's all our photos from there.
I'm not a morning person. Either, by the way.
Let's catch up here. Scooby-Doo and Ghostbusters. I feel like I know they've done, like, Scooby-Doo and Batman. Have they not done Scooby-Doo and Ghostbusters?
Talking about Scooby-Doo, let's go back to that.
Scooby-Doo?
Matthew.
Oh, the panel?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to go to the Scream
Do we have
panel.
some footage from that?
I probably have a little, but it's just gonna be.
It was really cool though.
Yeah.
We got to go to the Scream panel, which was raise your hand, show of hand, kids.
It's all on my phone. I don't.
Okay, that's okay. If you have
Hold on one
watched
second.
any of the Scream movies,
Hold on, don't talk.
oh,
Mic's not working. Oh, it is working. Okay.
it is working.
Go ahead.
Okay. If you've watched any of the Scream movies, right, classic slasher movies,
Well, we
they
need to
did a
catch up with
panel.
Chat real quick. Can we do that before it gets too far?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wait to hear. Watch it with his parents. The dragon got turned by the walkers. Yes. He wasn't bad in the prequels. My friend says that the writing for him, dialogue for him. I don't know. I mean, I personally like all the movies, so I know a lot of people say they don't like the prequels. I think they're just haters. Haters are gonna hate, you know. They're just
like all of
upset
them,
they
too.
can't be Hayden Christensen.
I like all of them too. I'm just happy to be here and watch movies.
People think I'm a people person. I am not. They also think I'm a morning person. I am not. I am neither of those things either. Actually, I like to think I'm a people person for the most part. Unless you give me a reason to not like you, I'm pretty open to people. Met Margot Kiter, the original Lois Lane. That's awesome. That's really, really cool.
That's pretty cool. Is that from
Yeah.
Superman?
Yes.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.
Look at you. All right, Scream panel.
Can you talk about Scream panel because you're so much more familiar with it?
Scream is awesome. It is my favorite slasher. Like any type of horror movie. I guess it's not like horror, it's more of a slasher. But there was the whole original like cast. So you had Matthew Lillard there. I'm blanking on names. Skeeter was there. I forgot the other guy that plays her boyfriend. And then Sydney, right? What's her name? I'm blanking here.
I know. Neve Campbell.
Yeah, Nev Campbell.
Nev Campbell.
Yeah.
Skeet Ulrich, who
Yeah.
plays her boyfriend, right? One of the killers from the end. Matthew Lillard was
Yeah.
hilarious.
The other guy's
And then,
his name.
Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah, that played the guy who
Randy.
Yeah,
He
Randy.
plays
that
Randy.
died. Poor Randy. But it was really awesome. What was really cool about the panel was it wasn't like the traditional sit on the stage kind of panel. They came down into the audience. Everybody but Nev. She just like sat there. I think she was really tired that day.
That girl needed a break.
She looked exhausted. She had a busy day of autographs and everything before. But yeah, they came into the audience and like it was cool because Matt was like right there at the end of the
whole
aisle.
time, I know we ended up having great seats, even though so we got there kind of late, so we had to sit quite a few rows back, and we didn't have a great view of the stage. But Matthew Lillard and Jamie basically ended up being just 7 seats away from us, just at perfect viewing distance. To be in the audience and interact in such a like an intimate way with everybody, which I thought was it was awesome.
Yeah, and talk about humble people. Like the guy who played Randy, what was his name again?
Skeet?
No.
Oh, Randy,
Jamie. Like at one point was crying like out of emotion because they're just so thankful to the fans because a lot of them haven't gotten big roles after, and like they're like thank you guys like to the audience so much for being there. Because of you guys we get to feed our families and like live, because that's where they make a lot of their money, or off of these autographs and photo sessions from a film from so long
This
ago.
film was from like 1996.
Yeah, I don't even
or
remember
something.
when the original Scream came out. I mean, I was a kid.
It was a mid to late 90s movie. I mean, it's been out for like 20 years, so it's pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm. And like Nev's been in them until recently, and like the movies are still going on, but I don't know. The original Scream will always be one of my favorite like films of all
It's
time.
such a great movie.
So good. So yeah, let's talk about a couple other things we got on the show floor. We came across this company called Crafted Cores. Here's their little logo. And what's really cool is they make custom kyber crystals for the holocrons from Galaxy's Edge, as well as the lightsabers from Galaxy's Edge. And I had come across them on social media before. And I was like, man, I really need to get these, but they were a little expensive and then shipping on top of everything. And then I saw them on the floor and I was like, whoa. So we walked up and ended up walking away with 3 kyber crystals. But we got this really awesome dart here. I'm going to come show you guys there. I'll do the focus on the camera.
Yeah.
Do you hear my saber talking to me? I move and we're so in tune, it calls out to me. All right, here, tell everybody about these. We're going to show Vader first.
So this first one is the Vader Kyber crystal. It's so cool. It's carved like freaking Vader, you guys, right? So if you're familiar with the Kyber crystals, they should just look like crystals, but these are carved into the character. So cool. When you put this one in a lightsaber, is it red?
So it turns red on one side and teal on the other for Ahsoka.
So these are cool because they have 2 colors in one. So normally when you get your kyber crystal, you put it in your lightsaber, you just get the one color. But with these you get 2 and it's really neat. Then we have Ahsoka Tano. This one is beautiful. This one has 2 colors as well, which are what now?
So one side is teal.
Okay.
Or blue, it shows up blue. And the other side is white, just like her sabers from the series.
Okay. So cool. And then finally, we also got the Halcyon ones. This is for the Star Wars Star Cruiser Halcyon. We wanted to get that one because we went on the Halcyon. It was such a beautiful, amazing experience for us that we wanted to get something to sort of commemorate that.
Yeah.
And it looks beautiful.
They're awesome.
What's the color for that one?
I think it's yellow.
Yellow and
No, it's
purple?
I don't know. Yellow and blue, I think.
Something like that.
I think it's yellow and blue.
So
to try it.
Apart from having the different colors in the lightsaber, they also work in the holocrons, like Jacqueline was just saying. So let's check that out. It's pretty cool. It's right there. Yeah.
This is it?
Yeah.
How do I open this?
Here.
I don't know how it works. But yeah, they're awesome. And they're all handcrafted and painted. And I love them. I want them all. I want to display them somehow too. I haven't quite figured it out. But the detail is just remarkable. And then, yeah, you can put them into your holocron. So Jedi or Sith. We don't have the Sith holocron. But when you turn it on, it will voice the character lines. So we'll let you guys hear 1 or 2 of them.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No.
I regret to report that...
No.
So that's the default, right?
I think I put it in wrong.
Yeah, let's try that.
That's the default one. So it comes with Obi-Wan Kenobi. One moment, please.
Yeah, so you should have heard Ahsoka. Yeah, you put her upside down.
Oh my god.
Oh no, you put her upright.
Well, maybe it's not right.
Let's do it the other way. Try that.
I'm over here yelling at it.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi...
We're having technical difficulties, guys. That's not it. This is it.
Maybe it's because it didn't get pushed all the way in. Like the slide. Yeah, that.
I
push
think
it all the way in.
you pulled it from the wrong side, I think.
There's only one way to pull it.
Oh, I thought you tried pulling it from that side.
Yeah, it's just one way. One moment, please.
I think it should be with her head up like normal.
Right, yeah. Just put it all the way in there.
It is.
I think that might have been the issue. Let's try that. There we go.
Oh,
see,
it's a different color.
It's teal.
Alright.
Here we go.
I stood in a world between worlds, where I could hear echoes of the past and see visions of the future through the Force.
And then there's multiple voice lines. We'll do 1 or 2 more.
Anakin Skywalker was my master. I thought he died at the end of the Clone Wars, but his true fate was far worse. He'd been consumed.
That one cuts off. I don't know why,
But it should be he'd been consumed by the dark side.
The Jedi knew the Force. But remember, the Force force is not limited to any sacred text or collection of teachings. It surrounds us and binds us to everyone and everything.
So awesome.
So cool. There's actually so many of them. Normally when you get a holocron at Hollywood Studios, you're gonna have like 2 or 3 different lines, but we listened to like 9 different ones, and I think it was still going.
It was still going.
I don't
Yeah.
know how many more there are, but that was really cool.
Yeah. So they have a bunch more. Like they have a Boba Fett one I really want. And then they have just basic colored ones that are themed after the saber themes from Savi's Workshop, which are the custom sabers. So we'll definitely be getting more of those in the long run. And they're great. So the cool thing I love about these is you know what you're going to get, where the Kyber crystals at Galaxy's Edge, if you like the luck of the draw kind of thing and you like mystery, you can grab like red ones and see who you get. It could be Vader, it could be Palpatine, it could be Maul. But with these, you know what you're going to get, and then you also get just a beautiful handcrafted custom crystal.
Yeah.
So that was a really fun find on the show floor for us.
And the guys too from Crafted Cores were
Chandler
so
was
nice.
Chandler was great. Chandler. Such a nice guy though, really. And we love supporting companies with people that actually care. And you can tell when you're talking to people. Like we went up to some booths and like you just get that vibe, like all they care about is selling to you. And then other people that are really passionate about their product and their community mostly. And you could tell that with them. And I was like, I immediately wanted to spend my money there because I felt like it mattered. You know?
I actually got this necklace from them too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a little Kyber crystal.
All right, let's catch up here. Sydney Prescott for life. Heck yeah. Yep, Nev Campbell. I'd rather eat Randy. Thank you. What? Or candy? Do you want candy? I must listen to that song. I don't know the song.
Either.
It would have been cool if Jasmine Savy Brown, who played Mindy Meeks, Randy's niece, was there. She's like the next Bert Grummer? Who's that? I don't know names. I'm sorry. This is not the voice line you were looking for, Jedi hand wave. That's exactly what happened. It is not what we were looking for. Yeah. And then the last thing we ended up picking up is a couple pieces of artwork from this really awesome guy, Greg Kravik. Krivak. I'm horrible with last names. Do you want to grab him?
Yeah.
The art prints? Deem the song awesome. Sounds like a plan, Stan. There we go. That looks better. But yeah, we were walking by. It was really funny because on the day we were checking out the show floor again, Estella goes, all I know is I don't want artwork. We have enough artwork. And we see this stand, this booth, and there's artwork, and Estella is like, oh, look. And then this is what she saw, right? We saw these two, and there was this awesome Ahsoka with Anakin over here, Thrawn at the bottom, Vader. And she was like, it's so pretty. And then I saw this one, and I'm like, oh, Mando and the armor and troopers and Grogu. And the first purchase of the whole con after Estella goes, all I know is I don't want artwork, was 2 pieces of beautiful artwork.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
so
what cons will do
we
too.
have so much art. And we downsized when we moved to a 2-bedroom apartment, so we have so much less room and nowhere to put all the artwork. So we're like, we're going to have to rotate it out. So
it's gonna be a rotating basis.
I'm thinking like, well, might as well just frame everything, right? And then put the extras in like my office in the bedroom. And then we can always rotate from the living room into the other rooms when we want things in the living room. But yeah, we have like 2 pieces here we still need to put up. I have 2 that I bought at Epcot that need to go here. I bought at Epcot. And then the 2 we got together at Epcot that still need to go up.
Yep.
So we have like 2, 4, 6, 7 pieces of art. Yeah. so much.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really funny. I don't want artwork, and the first thing we buy was 2 pieces of art.
Greg Kreback, though, was awesome. And he was so nice. The prints were so generously priced. It was great.
And we're not like sponsored or anything by any of these. It's just stuff we found and love. So like, don't feel like we're like trying to sell you anything. We're not. But yeah, for all the links and stuff in if you go to our YouTube here on YouTube channel to our vlogs, the Star Wars Takes Over MegaCon vlog has all the links in there for anything. If you guys want to check out like any of the artwork or the crystals or the droids or anything like that. But yeah, all right, let's catch up on chat here before we move on to our next subject of more Star Wars. I love fan art prints. Yes, and that's a cool thing. One thing he really did that I liked was he would pair characters from the same genre in different films. So like Cad Bane and Clint Eastwood, because they're both a Western.
That was cool.
And just neat things like that. Or like what he did with these, just incorporating different characters. Like, it's so heartbreaking seeing adult Ahsoka and then Anakin, because that was her master.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful art. And he does commissions too. I was like thinking one day I might just have him make me a cool like Anakin Vader or something. Mm-hmm. I really want a tattoo of Anakin and Vader.
I know, you keep saying that. You don't have enough skin, though.
I have enough to do, like, I could do, like, Vader and Anakin, and then maybe Ahsoka.
They're gonna be like, ma'am,
what if I did all
enough
3
skin
of them?
to put the ink in it?
What if you think I could fit all 3?
I don't know. They'll probably be kind of small, though, because you're so tiny.
Maybe maybe I'll have to do my full arm.
Okay.
You're like, I'm fine with that. Hilarious.
I just have to approve it for my phobia. That's all.
There will be no small dots. Don't worry.
That's not just small dots.
We will always try to sell. Yes, except the Patreon. Which, by the way, guys, if you, for those of you that are patrons over on Patreon, thank you so much. And for anybody who just enjoys our content and wants to help out and support our dream of making what we make here, check out our Patreon. Making what we make, you know? I handcrafted this myself. I did not.
You handcrafted that mug out of wood.
I did. This is a wood I carved out of a tree from Endor. Supposed to be. But yeah, check out our Patreon. It should be in our... I don't know if I threw it in the description. I might have. I might not have. But yeah, that was our MegaCon experience. But now, let's chat Star Wars Celebration. We had a ton of stuff at Star Wars Celebration come out, from a new Ahsoka trailer. Who saw the Ahsoka trailer? Or do we need to watch it? We saw it. It was so good. Let me pull up my notes here. So Ahsoka's coming out August of this year, and we're so excited because the Rebels crew is going to be in it. So for those of you that have seen Star Wars Rebels, we're getting Thrawn, Hera, Chopper,
Zeb.
Well, we don't know if we're getting Zeb.
Oh,
We
well,
didn't
let's
see
bring
Zeb.
in everybody else. I'm sure.
I mean, I hope we're getting Zeb, considering we just saw... Yeah, spoiler. Sorry. For Mandalorian. We saw Zeb in The Mandalorian. But you wouldn't know unless you knew who he was anyway.
I guess so.
So, I mean, but yeah. So we're so excited about that.
Yeah. And
What?
Thrawn
Yeah,
was in the trailer.
I said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I said
I missed that. So excited about
Yeah.
seeing Thrawn.
Lars Mikkelsen, the original voice actor, is going to be playing him, which is really awesome. He wants his
back.
dinner. He's like, I want my love and I
know.
want my dinner, mothers.
Hungry.
You haven't seen the Ahsoka trailer yet? Shall we watch it? Let's watch it. Let's make sure you guys are getting some audio. You should be. Oh, but this poster art,
Legit.
so good.
Yep. It looks.
Look at her. Okay, I have to tell you guys, I think because I have such an attachment to Ashley as Ahsoka, it's been really hard for me with Rosario. But after seeing this poster art, she looks so good. And after seeing the trailer, I'm actually really excited.
She gets attached very easily to characters. And then when somebody else comes around, she's like,
Nope, that's not it.
you're not right.
You're not Ahsoka. You're not Ahsoka. Do you want that? Do you want to hear the trailer?
Something's
Wait.
coming.
Oh, you put the left one. Why do you put the right one? Give me the left one.
I don't know.
Something dark.
Oh, they can't see it because we're not on the right screen. Are we?
Oh.
Did we switch? I think we switched. We switched. I think. That's just really delayed.
Something's coming. Something dark. I sense it.
Look how good she looks.
This is a new beginning.
The bean.
For some, war.
Hera looks so good.
She looks amazing.
Power.
They all look great.
It's been a while. Things have changed. I started hearing whispers.
Getting
about Dawn's
chills.
return. As heir to the Empire. We have to prepare for the worst. The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many left.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
So good. So yeah, that's the trailer, and I was in awe when they showed it. I woke up that morning because Celebration was in London and things had already happened. And was like, Ahsoka trailer, what? And
fantastic.
Immediately watched it and I was so excited, mostly just because I loved Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, Star Wars Rebels was an amazing show.
If you guys haven't seen it, watch it.
Yep, and it got left on a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of hoping that we're going to see the resolution of some things in Ahsoka.
We're definitely going to see some things. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Ezra pop back up and see where the story connects.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see more of Rosario Dawson when she's not just in the shadow of the Mandalorian or Luke. And more like taking her own. So that's pretty cool.
Actress who plays Hera, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, actually married to Ewan. I actually did not know that. How cool is that?
Keeping the family,
Right, Jennifer, so good. Right? So good. So now that I'm thinking, Ahsoka is the show, not the character. It's in the same timeline as The Mandalorian. When's The Mandalorian take place again? It's after 7, right?
Yeah, after the Empire.
After 7? Okay.
Has fallen.
Okay. Is it after, help me out, chat, because I'm there's so many timelines in my head. Is it after Rise of Skywalker?
No, Mandalorian is
before Rise of
supposed to be right around the same time as Rebels. It's supposed to all be happening.
Rebels is during episode 4, honey. Before episode 4.
Sorry, I'm thinking Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Clone Wars and Rebels are at the same time.
No, Clone Wars and Rebels are definitely not at the same time.
Well, not at the same time, but they're in between similar things. Rebels is
honey, Rebels is
15
right
years
after episode 4. The Clone Wars is episode 2. Okay. After the Empire has fallen.
That's what I just said.
Well, I know that. It's 5 years after Return of the Jedi. That's what I was trying to figure out, is how many years after. Okay, thank you. Because I was trying to think that voice line, he was saying, maybe it's time to begin again. I was trying to figure out what that might mean. Like, begin the Jedi Order again.
Oh.
But anyway, so yeah, Lars is going to be playing Thrawn, which is really cool. 3 new Star Wars movies were announced, which is awesome. We'll save what I think is the best for last. So James Mangold, who did the newest indie movie that's coming out, is going to be directing one, which is focused on, it seems like the High Republic era, I'm thinking. Dave Filoni is getting his own movie finally, which is so cool, which is going to be set all in the same timeline as the New Republic era that's happening between Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, to kind of fill in those storyline gaps. So that's going to be really cool. And then, who is it that's getting the Daisy Ridley movie? Charmine.
Who's Charmine?
She's the one who I told you did some episodes of Miss Marvel.
Oh, okay.
So it's really cool because she's going to be the first female director for a Star Wars movie. So not shows. There's been a lot of female directors for that, but it'll be the first movie directed by a woman. So I thought that was really cool. Awesome. And Daisy Ridley is going to be coming back as Rey Skywalker, which was such a cool announcement. I teared up out of excitement. And she's going to be putting together a new Jedi Order.
Yeah. It was I was sad to see her journey end at the end of episode 9 as like Rey Skywalker, and I'm like, okay, great, more.
Yes.
And now we get more. So
yeah, I love her. It's awesome having a female character in Star Wars that's the lead. So I was hanging out in Mouse Vibes live stream the other day, and Peter and Kitra were in there from Ordinary Adventures. And Peter was saying he thinks that she's not going to be like the main character in the movie.
Oh,
which would be interesting. And I think she will be too, but I was also, that got me thinking.
They wouldn't put someone like Daisy Ridley in a movie and then not make her the main character.
I mean, they've sold a lot of movies that way. What was that movie we saw that like had Bruce Willis all over the poster art and then he died in like the first 5 minutes of the movie?
But that's just like cheap action explosion stuff. This is Star Wars.
Anyway, it got me thinking, like, even if she wasn't, that could be kind of cool because it would be a great way to introduce something new and get out of the Skywalker part of Star Wars into something else in film.
Yeah.
Like, I hope she's the main character. I hope we see her at least a lot training Jedi, and because it left off on that like cliffhanger, right?
Yeah.
But this takes place 15 years after that. So at this point, whatever like has been established is fully established. So these younglings are going to be in their teens by now.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And I'm really excited for it. Give me all the Star Wars movies. The shows have been so good.
More the better.
We need more film. It's been too long since we had the last Star Wars movie on the big screen.
Yeah.
Too long. Connor, what are you eating?
He's eating just whatever he can get because he's so friggin' hungry.
So a couple other things that I thought was really cool. Here, we'll go back here. Out of Celebration was, what do we got here? Ooh, so going to like the Disney parks, Star Tours. I don't like the screen. Hold on. There we go. Because our chat box isn't set up for YouTube. Look at him staring at you.
I know. He's just been doing that.
Is Star Tours is getting new scenes in 2024.
Oh, yeah.
So Star Tours is a simulated ride at Disney's Hollywood Studios and Disneyland. I think it's in Disneyland Paris as well. But they're adding scenes from planets we've never seen, which is really cool. It's going to be based off of whatever's coming out, either in upcoming shows or the new movies that are going to be coming out. So I thought that was really neat and something to really look forward to.
Yeah.
Now we just have to get our butts on the ride.
Yeah, I know.
What else we got? Ooh, also Galaxy's Edge. So the Star Wars themed land at Disneyland and Hollywood Studios here at Walt Disney World. They had a whole panel about Galaxy's Edge and the Galactic Star Cruiser. And one thing that they mentioned was new characters will keep coming to Galaxy's Edge. So we finally just got the Mandalorian and Grogu here in Florida. He was already in California.
So who do you think is coming?
I hope Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I think it would be really cool. It would be perfect launch. Like, we just got the Mandalorian when the Mandalorian released. Mm-hmm. When Ahsoka comes out in August, why not bring Ahsoka to the parks?
Yeah, that would be cool. And I don't think she's going to come to the parks that soon. I do think that they're probably going to bring Boba Fett.
Boba and Fennec are already in Disneyland.
I know, but I think that maybe...
Well, okay, to us, but I'm saying I think California will get Ahsoka.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If we don't get it here.
They always get really good stuff over there.
Yeah. So that was really cool. And during that same panel, they were talking about the Galactic Star Cruiser, which is the Star Wars themed hotel. It's not a hotel.
Don't call it a hotel.
Don't call it a hotel. They'll get mad at you. It's a Star Wars experience is really what it is. And it's beyond, words can't describe what it is.
Don't believe
you just have to go. If somebody tells you it sucks, they're just sad. They can't go. But they made mention to changes coming to the Star Cruiser. So maybe different storylines could be possible. And
just exactly what they need to do.
Yeah.
Because they need to make the game replayable.
Yep.
Star Wars.
It is a game.
The Star Cruiser is a game.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like a 2-day long.
It's live action
role-playing game, right? And it's boring to play the same game twice, especially when it costs $2,000.
Yep.
So the fact that they're really thinking about bringing more storylines to it, I think it's going to expand just the story and have such a positive impact on the really dedicated fans that have the means to go to something that expensive.
Yeah. All right, let's catch up on chat here. Ahsoka isn't human. That is definitely true. The Force runs in the family, right? How cool. Husband and wife being in Star Wars. Mandalorian's after Empire's Fallen. Obi-Wan is in between episode 3 and 4, right? That is correct, yes. No, 3 and 4. Yes, correct. I had to think my episodes. Can I be cynical? You can.
Now, Obi-Wan is at the same time as Rebels. Okay.
And Quinn was whining for dinner too. Oh, did she get her food?
Oh, the doggies are hungry.
Tell Quinn we say hi. So yeah, and that was all the big things that we thought was cool from Celebration. We got, I think, a release year for The Acolyte. I think that's coming out next year. And Skeleton Crew. So that'll be neat. I'm looking forward to both of those. I'm excited to see both the High Republic era and a little more dark side stuff coming to the screen. We finally got our first glimpse of the dark side of things with Andor, and I just want so much more of it. Ooh, and season 2 of Andor was announced.
Oh, that is exciting.
Yep.
That is so exciting because I love that freaking show.
Andor was so good. So good. So yeah.
I forgot. Sorry, Pat. We took too long to get to that comment.
I'm sorry. 3 and 4, yeah. And yeah, last but not least, for any of you that are here in Florida or looking to get annual passes for Disney, Disney World announced annual passes are coming back on April 20th, so in about a week, and we are very excited. At least I am, because that means we can upgrade our passes and actually go on the weekends.
That is the shizzle, because up until now, let me tell you guys how it goes down in this household, right? I plan my work week. I own 2 businesses. I set my own schedule. I work from home. I plan my week. And then my beautiful fiance that I love so much goes, by the way, next week on Monday night and Wednesday morning and Friday afternoon, we're going to go to the parks. And I'm like,
We don't go 3 days. Don't exaggerate.
let me rearrange my schedule. I'm exaggerating a little. But now it's going to be really nice to actually be able to go on the weekends when we are not working. We've had this weird schedule where we'll go to the parks usually once or twice a week, and we're working. At least I'm working on the weekends to make up that time. It's going to be nice to have weekends back like normal people.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, it'll definitely open up more. And then less blackout dates, which will be nice. Because
That's going to be nice too.
things were opening up, like Tron opened and we couldn't go because we're blacked out.
Yeah.
Or Happily Ever After, the fireworks show came out and we have to wait 2 weeks to see it because we're in blackout dates.
Right.
And it's like, I just want to be able to go. And they're also opening up where we don't need reservations after 2 o'clock starting on the 18th.
Hallelujah.
So it'll be really nice
God.
because if we're like sitting here in the evening and we're like, hey, do you want to go to Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios?
We can just
or-
get in the car and go.
you
That
know?
was the most depressing thing when we got the annual passes when we moved here. Because I feel like when you get an annual pass, you're ready to make that financial commitment because you really love whatever you're getting your pass for. And it really kills the vibe when you have to get a reservation like a week in advance, because sometimes parks really do run out, especially like Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios when it's like a Star Wars Day or Ahsoka Day or May 4th or whatever. So that's going to be so nice to have the opportunity to be spontaneous in how we plan our days. I like planning, but honestly, it's nice to be able to be spontaneous. What else is coming up on there?
So I was gonna just talk a little bit for anybody who comes across like these later or wants to know
The ability to actually be able to get something other than a pixie dust pass.
Yeah. So the Dixie is what I almost said. The Dixie Dust. The Pixie Dust Pass
That's
is
kind of what it feels like.
what we have, which is very limited, but you can make it work. So it's a Monday through Friday. And there's a ton of blackout dates.
You can make it work if you work from home and you have your own schedule.
If you're like us, and then like holidays are blacked out. Big weeks like spring break.
Half of April is just
Half of April, part of March is gone for spring break. So all those big times of the year, you're blacked out. Then there's a Disney Pirate Pass. These first 3 are only for Florida residents. Pirate Pass opens up the weekends, which is really good, but keeps all the same blackout dates for peak seasons and holiday periods. Then you get the Disney Sorcerer Pass. This is the one we're thinking of grabbing.
I'm going to sell my kidney.
It's a Florida resident and DVC pass, but the cool thing about this is you get your weekends, and there are blackout dates, but it's only for select holidays, really. So Christmas, Thanksgiving, and then I think like maybe 4th of July or a couple others, but there's very minimal blackout dates. And then the
Honestly,
Go
ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, and then there's the Incredi Pass, which is for anybody. So if you live out of the state of Florida but find yourself at Disney quite often, you can grab this one and there are no blackout dates, which is really neat. If I had the money, I honestly would get that one because I know me, and if I'm not doing anything like the day before like Thanksgiving, I would go to Disney. But it's just $1,400 is an astronomical amount unless like you are really gonna go. Like if I was making money off of YouTube, I'd be like, sure, yeah. And maybe one day we'll get there. But like I think the Sorcerer Pass is a good alternative.
Yeah, I mean, for me, honestly, the $900 giggity is already
9 giggity is
way
like
too much money.
I'd rather like 1 giggity.
But yeah, exactly. 1 giggity would be great. But what I was going to say earlier was the Sorcerer Pass blackout dates are like around Christmas and Thanksgiving and maybe like one other major holiday. You're not going to find me at Disney World the last 2 weeks of December anyway, or the week of Thanksgiving. That is not where I want to be. The decor is pretty, and this is something that we disagree on a little bit sometimes, because I really just don't like busy places. It takes all the magic, it's sucked right out of it. And I've been to the parks when it's busy. Like I can deal, but those last 2 of December are insanely busy. Like you don't go for the rides because you can't be in a line for that long for a ride. Food, almost impossible. The lines are freaking out the door to get food. It's just kind of not that fun. So I'm totally okay with having the last 2 weeks of December and Thanksgiving out. I would almost be okay with doing the pirate pass.
And I was thinking about it too. The only thing about the pirate, and like to your point, the blackout dates that are there are kind of good because it is when it is the busiest. So spring break, it is super crowded and the lines are going to be 2 hours long and
we can go somewhere else for spring break. We can take
you can. But the thing is, like, as somebody who's wanting to be a content creator, I don't want to miss out on launches of things like seeing Happily Ever After when it comes out and trying to put out Don't Hurt Our Art Prints.
Calm yourself, Linda.
I am calm. So yeah, but if you're not trying to do that or be there all the time, honestly, like the Pirate Pass, I think is a sweet spot because you get your weekends. And then when it's really busy, if you don't want to be at the park anyway, that's the only time you're really blacked out. Right. Now, if you want to be able to go during some of those holiday seasons, like if you don't want to get blacked out in March and April, or part of September for President's Weekend and stuff like that, then that's a really good pass. And I think it's really great. And then if you're out of state, you really can only go in Credit Pass.
Right.
But yeah, so I thought that was really cool. I honestly I knew we were going to get annual passes back. And I thought if it was this year, it would be after spring break. And that's exactly what happened. But at the same time, I wasn't sure if we were going to get them because I was like, maybe they'll wait till next year. Right. But I think it's a really good time for them to open it because there's no more busy season until November. So less people are going to be at the parks. They're looking to make up money. And we're going to hit a recession at the end of the year. And I think this is their way of, while people have money, they're going to upgrade their passes or get their passes that they couldn't get. And then...
Are you talking about because tax season? Is that what you just said?
No, because we're not in a recession yet. So people have money to spend still.
Right. It is tax season though. Unless you are getting those refunds. I'm not getting shit.
Unless you're self-employed like us.
Then you're just sending them money.
But also when you are in a recession, the parks are going to be carried by your annual pass holders. Because they're the ones who are still going because our ticket's already paid for. So we're going to be buying some merch here and there, food in the parks, and that's going to keep their business afloat. So I think from a business standpoint, it was a really, really good idea.
Yeah. Bye, Jennifer.
Jennifer's headed out. Bye. Gotta go all right, good night. Let's catch up on chat here. I saw Daniel pop in. Hi, Daniel. What's having weekends like? Pretty nice, after all the years of not having weekends. What game is this called? It is called Just Chatting with You Guys.
Yep.
Oh, no, that's the wrong screen again. I keep going to the wrong one that doesn't include chat. Hold on, we're going to go here. And Daniel, how are you? I want to return this game called Life. No, Life is good. I bet you'll get it, Jackie. It's been so long already, Drew. What am I getting? $1 million, hopefully.
That would be really good.
No giggity. See, that would be good. A free annual pass.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like that.
If anybody wants to gift me one, I'm totally okay with that. Chicken wings sound delicious.
Chicken wings sound really good.
I hope this November and December will be better this year for me and my family. I hope so, too.
We hope so, too.
And for us.
Yep.
December was a hard month.
It was.
I completely understand, Drew. Disney Daddy-O, welcome back in. Good to see you. Any live streams for the park coming up soon? Yes. So we've been on blackout dates, which is why we haven't had any park streams. But hopefully...
We're back next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. And maybe we'll do a live. I have some, backlog vlogs to put out. So it might be a good time to kind of work on those and then do a live next week. But yeah, we'll be getting back into doing some lives at the park soon. Any recommendation on parks you guys want us to go to?
My tax refund got spent 2 months ago.
Oh, no. You did your taxes early.
I always wait till the last day to do taxes because as a business owner, I usually have to pay thousands. I never get a refund. I haven't seen a refund since I was like 19 years old, I think. And I had to do taxes for like my Best Buy paycheck.
Yeah.
Or some dumb thing like that. And so I always wait till the last day because I don't want to spend all my money.
No giggity diggity. One of the bigger passes. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to go for that sorcerer pass for sure. Thank you for understanding. Of course. I agree. It's been too crowded anyway. Oh yeah, I've seen like videos of people at the parks, and it's just been hectic.
What are we gonna be doing there at the parks?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It would just really be for vlog content when things are coming out. Like, imagine being at the park, right? And then on a Sunday, well, I guess it wouldn't matter on the weekends,
right.
But then something like comes out and it's on a blackout date, and then like I can't go do it. I mean, I guess realistically it doesn't matter, but I want it all.
Of course you do.
That's the hard part about content creation, though. You know, when you're trying to start something up, you have to try to be one of the first to do XYZ thing.
Yeah,
you know,
true. That's kind of how it works.
If you're a week late, like putting out something, everyone's moved on to something else because that's the way the world works now.
Disney Daddy says he never gets a refund either because he owns a business too.
See, it's hard being self-employed, isn't it?
It is awful.
It's the worst.
Like you watch your savings account, you're like, I'm doing so good. Yeah. And then April 18th comes around and you're like,
yeah. And I'm really bad about it because I don't set, like, I know I'm going to need 10%, right? But I never actually set it aside. So then, like, it comes out of my savings and I'm like, where'd my money go?
This is the type of relationship where
you never planned until this past year.
I literally have Excel sheets since 2019.
Lies.
They're on my computer. I don't plan all these like expenses and everything, and she just winks it, and it drives me crazy.
And winks? Like wink?
She just winks.
That's what it sounds.
Right. Wings.
Wings.
Yeah, like that.
I never go outside of Texas. If I did, I would go on an adventure. I would go to New York City or Canada. Both good choices. New York's a fun city. I've been a couple times. I like it. I've never been to Canada. You have?
Yeah, I went to Montreal for like a couple of weeks with my family. A long time. It seems like an eternity ago. It was cool. It was beautiful. It was very French.
Yeah, Montreal.
Not very Canadian in Montreal. It was mostly just
I find
French.
that cool though, that French influence there.
Yeah. It was a very interesting combination of North American and French culture.
You would go on foot, like from Texas to there? No.
What are you like,
Drew? Oh, you and Daddy-O would get along really well. I love spreadsheets. I make one for everything.
There you go. See, I actually don't love spreadsheets. I kind of hate spreadsheets, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I use spreadsheets for are bills, because otherwise I'm not doing all that math. I need to just put in the numbers and for it to add it on itself. But otherwise, I don't do spreadsheets. I do paper.
Can you just see who takes care of the finances and bills and the relationship?
I pay literally everything. I just hit her up like once a week. I'm like, where my money at? Give me $500. That's how this works.
I sent you a request in Zelle. Can you please pay me?
She'll pull it up and it's like $1,700. She's like, what is this for? And I'm like, living.
It is. I have a mini heart attack every month when she requests money. What do you need $1,100 for? You went to Montreal. Was it more like France and not Canada? I'm not trying. Yes. So yeah, that's what she was saying. It was very French.
It was very French. With a lot of French restaurants. Everybody spoke French.
Mm-hmm.
People speak English too, but there were definitely many neighborhoods where if you spoke English, people would be like, okay, they would like try to speak English with you. But you know, you could tell they would just much rather live their entire lives in French. So, and at the time I didn't speak French yet, so.
Yeah, I can't wait till we can actually go to France and you can use it.
I know, that'd be great.
I wish I could speak it. I'm just going to be in the corner like, can you order that for me? It would be... Hold on. I'm thirsty, apparently.
It would be like going to Mordor.
Mm-hmm.
What's Mordor again?
Lord of the Rings. You
Sorry.
never saw it. But it would be like going to Mordor, but hopefully less dangerous. Although, who knows in the world we live in nowadays.
I try to watch Lord of the Rings so many times.
I used to love
different
it.
times, and I fall asleep 20 minutes in every single time.
You might like it now.
I would want to live in Japan.
I would love to visit Japan.
I'd like to visit Japan.
I don't think I'd
live
love
there.
to live there. It's so different than the US that I think I would
really
yes. I don't think I could do it.
There. Like, I had a lot of culture shock just moving here from South America. And I don't know that I could do that because everything is different there.
Yeah.
What is the best thing to eat or drink at Galaxy's Edge?
Okay.
You give your favorite drink.
Green milk.
Green milk.
Green milk.
One of our favorite foods to eat there is the Batuan spread. Felucian spread, which is at Docking Bay 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Impossible meatballs, which are meat-free. They're vegan. And it has hummus and some veggies and pita bread, and it is delicious.
Very good.
What's something else you love there?
Well, we just recently got from Docking Bay 7 as well. What was it? The
Batuan beef.
Batuan beef. Was it Batuan beef?
Yeah, it was Batuan braised beef.
Braised beef. And oh my God, it was
legit.
so tender. It was almost like a beef stew. And then it has veggies and stuff. But what was it served with? Potatoes?
It was just like a medley, like a salad medley. It had potatoes, onions, peppers, and the beef. It was really
It was to die for.
And mashed potatoes. It had mashed potatoes on the bottom, didn't it?
Did it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I just shoved it all in my mouth and was very happy.
The other thing that I really like is that, they have the Ronto wrap. But it's pork and I don't really eat pork, but I love the veggie one.
Yeah, it's zucchini in it.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It's kind of spicy and it's really, really good.
Yep. Return of the King won Best Picture, first fantasy movie to win that. Wow, really? That is cool. Are there any cool arcades in Orlando? I hope to play a lot. So we actually we were checking out comic book shops locally, and while we were in Gods and Dragons? Gods and
Warriors, I think. Was it?
I thought it was Dragons. I don't know. Anyway, we asked, and what was the name of the one that the guy recommended? Do you remember?
It was called Arcade Monsters.
Yeah, so it's actually a little far. It's like 45 minutes from us. Yeah. It's just outside of Orlando. But it looks really cool. It reminded us a little bit of pinballs in Austin, just with a less pinball machines. But they actually had a whole pinball area and then a lot of just retro arcades. Yep. And we're thinking about making a trip of it sometime soon.
What's cool, especially cool about this arcade, is that unlike normal arcades where you go and you pay per game, or like you get your tickets or your coins or whatever, this place just has a cover. You just get there, you pay your $20, and you can play as much as you want for the entire day. You can leave and come back. And if you cosplay,
you get in for cheaper. So I think it's like $7 to $16 if you cosplay. So I'm probably gonna sith it up that day.
I'm gonna Jedi it up.
And I don't know if you guys want, maybe I'll vlog it for you guys. Sounds good. Looking forward to the black. I've heard the black calf is really good. I've never had it because dairy. But I would love to try it. I wish they could do it with like an oat milk or almond milk or something.
Maybe you could ask.
Yeah, I think it's just pre-mixed though.
You know what else? At Oga's Cantina, they have this drink. Well, do you remember what the drink was called that we had? It was so good.
It was non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
We don't drink. It was I don't remember. Oh, it was the like Punch It something?
Freaking A.
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Anyway, there's this drink there that's really good. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah. You remember that arcade game? Yes, I do. I remember that you said you played a lot of. Gonna vlog that place like pinballs? Maybe. We might. Our first time there, I might not, just to kind of get the lay of the land. And then if we go back again, I might vlog it.
Does the cosplay have to be good for the arcade? Actually,
It doesn't specify, does it?
It doesn't look like it. I saw some pictures of like some women that had dressed up as like Black Widows. They didn't really look that great in my opinion. Like not something you would see at a
MegaCon.
convention, right? It wasn't like super legit high quality, but it was definitely obvious that they were trying to cosplay Black Widow, and I think that's kind of what they're looking for. Just something fun to make the crowd fun.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to it. Chris, welcome in. I hope you are doing well.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I was going to say we're about to wrap it up, you all, but thank you so much for hanging out with us and kind of catching up. It's been a little bit since we've gotten to do a live because we've been blacked out from the parks. So I thought this would be nice to kind of catch up, let you guys know what we've been up to, what we're excited for, and maybe we'll do some more of this type of live streams. We have a bunch of new vlogs up on the channel if you guys haven't already checked those out. 2 from MegaCon. Working on we have like 2 Galaxy's Edge ones that are going to be coming out soon. So check those out, enjoy them. If you guys have fun hanging out with us and want to support, consider checking out our Patreon as well. And yeah, you are very welcome. Thank you for being here, and thank you everybody for being here. You know, we do this to hang out with you guys and
Literally
have fun.
for fun.
Yeah, for fun. You know, we do it because we love it and we love you all. And we hope you guys love it. And to create a just really warm and welcoming environment that everybody can feel at home, like being here. So, yeah.
Is that it? Is that a wrap?
My brain stopped working. It needs food.
It was like turning and then just went, ooh.
So we'll be back at the park starting next week. We'll probably do a live and do more vlogs.
We have some reservations for like Monday night, right?
Oh yeah, we're finally going to see Happily Ever After.
Ooh,
That'll be nice.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. And
I'm excited I'm actually really excited to go back to the park. I need breaks. Like I don't like going to the park every week because I get overwhelmed and kind of like just overwhelmed. But now we haven't been there for a couple weeks because we couldn't be. So I'm really excited to go to the park, to actually go to Magic Kingdom, which I'm not usually excited about because it takes a freaking hour to get in there, the freaking monorail. I want to get my Starbursts at the shop.
Yeah.
I
think I might need a root beer float.
We're going to get you a root beer float. We're going to watch the fireworks.
Do I finish my book and that's my reward for finishing my book?
Yes. She's been reading the same 300-page book for 2 years.
Last night I was like, do I get a reward for finishing it? And she's like, it depends. What do you want? I was like, a root beer float for Magic Kingdom.
This is what I need to do to get her to read.
Yep. Thank you, Drew. And we took that as a compliment. You have a fantastic night. We have plans already for May 4th for Star Wars Day and Hollywood Studios as well. So that'll be a blast and a bunch more coming at you guys. So if you love our vlogs and streams, invite your friends to come be a part of Falcon Squadron. And thank you all for being here. We will catch you soon. Have a good night.
Bye, everybody.